and neurobiology. Thank you all for attending the MARC conference this week and for celebrating its 34 years of generating scholars. Thank you, too, for supporting Dr. Margaret Weber-Levine. Her devotion to the MARC program has been tireless. Her commitment and Mr. Steve Levine's commitment to us as their students have been our lifelines. Let's take a short tour through my life as a MARC student and graduate. As a physics major at Clark College, I became very intrigued by the then current popular books on brain function. Walking by a bulletin board one day, I noticed an ad for the MARC program. I applied and was accepted. Trust me, I started reading bulletin boards all the time, even to this day. As a side note to you Clark students, first, I hope you're out there. Clark representation in MARC was, well, let's say, if you blinked, you might miss us. Fortunately, I was also in Clark's honors program. I am certain that my experiences through MARC helped me maintain my GPA for the honors program. Here's a photo of my MARC classmates. This was taken at a MARC conference we all attended in San Francisco. We worked hard, we went to our rotations, and we maintained our GPAs. For this presentation in San Francisco, I used data that I collected at the Georgia Mental Health Institute, GMHI, which is located near Emory. Here we go again, still working. Collected data here, presented at Crystal City, which is near Washington, D.C. at the MARC conference. Whew, we're pretty hard-working MARC students, aren't we? There's always more to do, and we learned that early. My summer away was at Cornell University in Ithaca, and Ithaca is gorgeous, pun intended. At the time I was there, Cornell students were protesting Cornell's investments in South Africa's apartheid government. And they had built these shanty towns. Well, believe it or not, we did play too, but we were actually working on this visit as well. We were visiting Florida universities. These are some of my MARC classmates again. As MARC students, we learn to lead very balanced lives. I was also approved for getting a McKnight Fellowship, which is from one of the Florida schools. Remember the balance thing I talked about? Well, there was more playing to be done. On the time at Cornell, I managed to go to Niagara Falls, and while we were in San Francisco, we took in some sights there. And finally, 1986, I graduated. Yay me. So what to do after graduation? I actually did decline the McKnight Fellowship. Turns out, remember that bulletin board obsession of mine? I found another bulletin board fellowship information page and applied for the Office of Naval Research Fellowship. I received that fellowship, and it was a very portable fellowship, so I was able to take it wherever I wanted to. I took it to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I will say that Chapel Hill is an academic haven. It was one of the most academically challenging experiences for me. I wish I could have been better prepared to meet the academic challenges. Hindsight is 20/20. Dr. Weber-Levine tried to prepare me But she could only lead this horse to water. I needed to drink the water for myself. In the end, Chapel Hill was a very character-building experience. Fortunately, I do carry with me publications and lifelong friendships from that experience. I just want to say a shout out to my dissertation committee. I feel that I chose a really good group of people to work with, and I have to say, they were all white males. They were so supportive, and I owe them my deepest gratitude. Mark helped to set a tone for getting the most out of life. I think you guys will all agree with that. Many of my travels were done with friends I met through Mark, or through the indirect benefits of Mark, such as getting into grad school. I should mention that my Mark project advisor, Dr. Cyril Moore, who was at the Morehouse School of Medicine, went to graduate school with Dr. Pierre Morel, the director of the Chapel Hill Neurobiology program. Small world? Yes. And Mark helps us maximize the smallness. I did earn my PhD from Chapel Hill. Oh, thank goodness. For my postdoc, I went to Bethesda, Maryland, to the Uniformed Services University School of Medicine there. While there, I applied for another fellowship, and I received that. Have I mentioned about reading bulletin boards? Or, in these days, whatever the digital age equivalent of bulletin boards is? The move to Bethesda was both personal and professional. Did I mention the balance thing? It was a good move for me, even to this day. No regrets whatsoever. After about 9 years of basic science research, grant writing, and teaching at the Uniformed Services School of Medicine, I applied to become a University of Maryland, University College academic program director or chairperson. I was already working part-time with UMUC and appreciated their students very much. They have a students first mission, and that inspired me greatly. As a chairperson or academic program director, we kind of use those interchangeably in our positions. My responsibilities are to 3 different academic programs, and I hire and supervise faculty that are worldwide. And I have to keep 56 different courses updated. It's a very challenging job, and I absolutely love it. As a director at UMUC, I've also made a commercial. And this is for one of my programs under my supervision. I've been told by family and friends that they've seen this commercials where they live in various parts along the East Coast, from Massachusetts to Georgia. I certainly wish you all continued success in all your future endeavors. Remember, Mark is within you. You actually can take it with you.